So everyone backstage, right now, they're trailblazers, artists. They're not who you think they are. They're characters right now. So if you could please not call their names out while they're performing. And I know, they're beautiful, and you just want to take pictures of them during the entire show, but please no flash photography. Our lights are amazing enough. And if you want to further support them, during our 15-minute intermission, you can buy a raffle ticket, which will come with some really great restaurant coupons and gift cards. Or you can buy a flower or a Bravo card, and we'll send it backstage and let them know you love them. Maybe you don't. And while we're at that, I know students, you love your cell phones so much, but you must love your actor more because they are wearing special microphones right now that will pick up the cellular networking, and it's going to ruin our show. Please don't do that. And if, in the case of an emergency, I'm not trying to scare you, but you know, we're gonna have a giant running on stage. We have your exits to the back where you came from and to the side, so anywhere you see an exit sign is your emergency exit. And, you know, I've been working on, by the way, I'm the student director, so I've been working alongside Ms. Clark for like a couple of months ever since we ended Hurricane Smith. So I've been working with the book for a while, but I don't know the book like the back of my hand. But I do know someone who can tell the story without even having to look at a book, just from the top of her head. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Into the Woods.
Let's go free.
Come on, girls, it's bedtime, and you know what that means. Story time! What do you guys want to hear tonight? I'm hearing about Jack and the Giant Beanstalk. But I want to hear Cinderella. Let's hear about Rapunzel. Okay, no need to fight. I have a story that has all three of them in it, and more. And it goes a little like this. Once upon a time, I wish in a far-off kingdom, more than many, lived a young maiden, more than mine, a sad young lad, more than Julie,
I wish
a childless baker,
more than mine,
I wish with his
more
wife,
than anything,
more than Papa, the king was giving a festival,
more than I wish,
I wish to go to the festival,
more than riches. My cow would give us some milk, more than anything. I wish you give us some milk, or even cheese. I wish. You wish to go to the festival?
the poor girl's mother had died.
You Cinderella, the festival? You wish to go to the festival? The festival? The king's festival?
And her father had taken for his new wife
The festival.
a woman with two daughters of her own.
The people would laugh at you, nevertheless. They still wish to go to the festival and dance before the prince.
All three were beautiful of face, but vile and black of heart. Jack, on the other hand, had no father and his mother.
I wish,
Well, she was not quite beautiful.
I wish my son were not a fool. I wish my house were not a mess. I wish my cow was full of milk. I wish my walls were full of gold. I wish a lot of things. You foolish child, what in heaven's name are you doing with a cow inside the house? A warm environment might be just what Milky Way needs to produce his milk. She, how many times to tell you, only she's can give milk.
Why, come in, little girl.
I wish it's not for me, it's for my granny in the woods. A loaf of bread, please, to feed my poor hungry granny in the woods. Just a loaf of bread, please.
Cinderella's stepmother had a surprise for her.
I have emptied a pot of lentils into the ashes for you. If you have picked them out in 2 hours' time, you shall go to the ball with us.
And perhaps a sticky bun or four.
Birds in the sky, birds in you're touched.
The woods, it's time to go. I hate to leave, I have to go. Into the woods and time, so I must begin my journey. To the woods and through the trees to where I am expected now. To the woods to grandmother's house, a certain way. To the woods to grandmother's house. The way is clear, the light is good. I have no fear nor no one should. The woods are just trees, the trees are just wood. I sort of need to ask it, but do you have a basket?
Don't stray and be late.
Save some of those sweets for Granny. To the woods and down the path is straight, I know it well. To the woods and who can tell what's waiting on the journey. To the woods to bring some friends to Granny, to sing a bed. To tell what lies ahead from Mother, the know she's already dead. But into the woods, into the woods, into the woods, to grandmother's house is going to show the sun.
I birds, back to the sky, back to the heaves and the leaves and the fields and the
Here I found a little tear, Cinderella cut you a heart with a hat.
you look beautiful.
I know. She means me.
Put it in a twist.
Who will be there?
Father said me good, Father said me nice, I was always there at fight. Sorry, nice Cinderella, good Cinderella, nice, good, good. Time. What's the good of being good? For everyone is blind, and you're always left behind. Never mind, Cinderella, kind Cinderella, nice, good, nice, kind, good. Ah! Not that tight. Sorry, Claude.
Because the baker had lost his mother and father in a baking accident, or at least that's what he believed, he was eager to start a family of his own and was concerned that all efforts until now had failed.
Who might that be?
We've sold our last loaf of bread.
It's the witch from next door. We have no bread.
Of course you have no bread.
Then what do you wish?
It's not what I wish. It's what you wish. Nothing cooking in there now, is there?
The old enchantress went on to tell the couple she had placed a spell on their house.
What spell?
In the past, when you were no more than a babe, your father brought his young wife and you to this cottage. They were a handsome couple, but not handsome neighbors. You see, your mother was with child, and she developed an unusual appetite. She took one look at my beautiful garden and told your father that what she wanted more than anything in the world was greens, greens, and nothing but greens. Parsnips, peppers, cabbages, and celery, asparagus, and watercress, and fiddle friends, and lettuces, and all right, but it wasn't quite because I caught him in the autumn in my garden one night. He was robbing me, raping me, rooting through my rutabaga, raiding my arugula, and ripping up the ramping, my champion, my favorite. I should have let him smell him right there. I could have turned him into stone, or a dog, or a chair. But I let him have the ramping, and I thought this is fair. In return, however, as fair as fair, you can let me have the baby that's a white wolf bear. And we'll call it square.
I had a brother.
Now! But you had a sister.
But the witch refused to tell him any more of his sister, not even that her name was Rapunzel, she went on.
I thought I had been more than reasonable, and that we all might live happily ever after. But how was I to know what your father had also hidden in his pocket? You see, when I inherited my garden, my mother warned me I would be punished if I were to lose any of the beans.
Beans?
Special beans. I let him go. I didn't know he'd stolen my beans. I was watching him crawl back over the wall when bang, crash, the lightning flash. No, well, that's another story. Never mind. Anyway, unless a big day came, a man might have, oh, don't take away the baby. They shrieked that scream, but I didn't, and I said it will never be reached. say?
No more. Less than 5.
Jack, 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 heading outside. The house is getting colder. Time for dreaming. Chimney's stacked, starting to crack. As you get older, the floor's gone flat. Your mother's getting older, your father's not back. You can't just sit here dreaming, dreaming dreams. Tuition rates from day to day will never keep the wolves away. So into the woods, the time is now. You have to live. I don't care how. Into the woods to sell the cow. You'll have to take the journey straight to the woods, but don't delay. You have to face the marketplace. Into the woods to journey's end. Into the woods to sell a friend. Someday you'll have a real pet, Jack. A piggy? Oh.
Meanwhile, the witch for purposes hopes first. Go to the wood and bring me back 1. The cow is white as milk. 2. The cape is red as blood. 3. The hair is yellow as corn. 4. The slipper is pure as gold. Bring me these before the time of midnight, 3 days' time. And you shall have, I guarantee, a child as perfect as child can be. Go to the wood.
Ladies, a carriage waits.
Now make it to the festival.
The festival? Don't in those nails, don't in those clothes, lentils are running, darling with those. You make us the fools of the festival, and more to find the prince.
The carriage is waiting.
We must be gone.
Good night, Father. I wish.
Look what I found in Father's hunting jacket.
6 beans.
I wonder if they are the...
Witch's beans. We'll take them with us.
No, you are not coming.
I know you are fearful of the woods at night.
The spell is in my house. Only I can lift the spell. The spell is in my house.
We must lift the spell together.
No,
The spell is on.
you are not to come. That is final. Now what am I to return with?
You don't remember? The cow is white as milk. The cape is red as blood. The hair is yellow as corn. The slipper is pure as gold.
The cow is white as milk. The hair is yellow as corn.
Reluctantly, discovered the witch's
The cow
dance.
is white as milk.
As
The
for Cinderella,
slipper's pure as gold.
But how we are to get to the festival? The hair is a father's great
Hair is
people's
yellow as corn.
history. And time is when to go to the king's festival. Into the woods it's time to go.
It may be all in vain, I know. Into the woods, believe it's so I have to take the journey. Into the woods, the path is straight, I know it well, but who can tell?
Into the woods to live the spell.
Spell.
Into the woods to visit mother. Into the woods to fetch the things.
To make the potion.
Go to the festival.
Into the woods without regret, the choice is made, the task is set. Into the woods, but not forgetting why I'm on the journey. Into the woods again, I wish I don't care how the time is now. Into the woods.
Why did I left behind, Mother? Is there something more that I should do? What is wrong with me, Mother? Something must be wrong. I wish.
What, child? Specify. Opportunity is not a lengthy visitor. Good fortune, not bad. The fall at least expected.
I wish. Do you know what you wish? Are you certain what you wish is what you want? If you know what you want, then make a wish. Ask the tree, and you shall have a wish. Shiver and quiver, little tree. Silver and gold thrown down on me. I'm off to get my wish.
Quiet. Silence everywhere, Milky White. Not to my liking. Hello, Jack. How did you know my name? When first I appear, I seem mysterious. But when explained, I'm nothing serious. Say that again? On your way to the market. You might have been there long ago, taking your time, Jack. No, sir. Is that the truth? Well, you see, I was resting. How much are you asking for the animal? No more, less than 5 pounds, sir. Oh, now, Jack, why such a sum? Well, my mother told me. Your mother? A boy your age? Why, you'd be lucky to exchange her for a sack of beans. Well, Come along, Milky White. There are spirits here.
Good day, young lady.
Good day, Mr. Wolf.
Whither away so hurriedly?
To my grandmother's.
And what might be in your basket?
Run in line, so grandmother will have something good to make her strong.
And where might your grandmother live?
A good quarter of a league further in the woods. Her house stands under very large oak trees.
Look at that flesh, pink and plump. Hello, little girl. Tender and fresh, not one lump. Hello, little girl. This one's especially lush, delicious. Hello, little girl. What's your rush? You're missing all the flowers. The sun won't set for hours. Take your time.
Mother said straight ahead, not to glare or be misled.
But slow, little girl, hark and hush. The birds are singing sweetly. You'll miss the birds completely. You're traveling so fleetly. Grandmother first, then Miss Plump. What a delectable couple. Utter perfection, one gritzel, one supple, one
Mother said, come with me, follow the path that never strays.
to so little girl. Any path, so many worth exploring. Just one could be so boring. said hello.
I hope no harm is to come to that little girl. In the red cape!
Get the little girl and get the cape!
You frightened me.
That's the cape! Get it, get it, get it!
How am I supposed to get it?
You go up to the little thing and you take it.
I can't just take the cloak from the little girl. Why don't you take it?
I would if I could, but... Oh, I want to listen to her beautiful music. Get me what I need. Get me what I need.
This is ridiculous. I'll never find that red cape or a golden cow and a yellow slipper. Or was it a yellow slipper and a golden cow? Oh no.
The cow is white as milk, the cape is red as blood, the hair is yellow as corn, the slipper is pure as gold.
What are you doing here?
You forgot your scarf.
You have no business being alone in the wood. You have no clue what I've come across here. You'd be terrified for your life. Now please, go home.
But I wish to help.
No. The spell is in my house.
Our house.
Only I can lift the spell. The spell
We
is
must
in
lift
my
the spell
house.
together. The spell is on. Cow as white as milk.
Hello there, young man.
Hello there, sir.
What might you be doing with a cow in the middle of the woods?
Well, I was on my way to market, but I seem to have lost my way.
And what were you planning to do?
And what are you planning to do there?
Sell my cow, sir, no less than 5 pounds.
5 pounds. Where am I to get 5 pounds?
She must be generous of milk to fetch 5 pounds.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you can't fetch that sum, then what are you to do?
I hadn't thought of that. I suppose my mother and I will have no food to eat.
This is the sum total.
Beans. Beans! We mustn't give up our beans. Well, if you feel we must.
Huh?
Beans will bring you food, son.
Beans? In exchange for my cow?
Oh, these are no ordinary beans, son. These beans carry magic.
Magic? What kind of magic?
Tell him.
Magic that defies description.
Well, my mother
You'd be lucky to exchange her for a sack of beans.
How many beans?
6.
5. We can't part with all of them. We must save one for ourselves. Besides, I'd say they're worth £1 each at the very least.
Could I buy my cow back someday?
Well, possibly.
I guess this is goodbye, old cow. You've been a perfect friend. I hate to see us part, old cow. Someday I'll buy you back. I'll see you soon again. I hope that when I do, it won't be on a plane.
Take the cow and go home. Reason to believe in their magic. Are we going to dispel this curse through deceit?
No one would have given them more for that creature. We did him a favor.
5 beans.
At least we'll have some food. If you know what you want, then you go and you find it and you get it.
Home.
Do we want a child or not? And you give and you take and you bid and you bargain or you live to regret it.
Will you please go home?
Rights and wrongs and in-betweens. No one waits when fortune intervenes. And maybe they're really magic. Who knows?
Look at her, she's crying.
Why you do what you do, that's the point. All the rest of it is chatter. The thing you do is pure in intent. If it's meant and just a little bent, doesn't matter.
Yes?
No, matters everyone tells tiny lies. What's important really is the size. Only 3 more tries and we'll have our prize. When the end's in sight, you'll realize the end isn't right. It justifies the beans.
Take the cow and go home. I will carry this out in my own fashion.
And so the baker continued his searched for that cape as red as blood. As for Rapunzel, the witch was careful not to lose this beauty to the outside world, so shut her within a doorless tower that lay deep within the forest. And when the old witch paid a visit, she called forth,
Rapunzel. Rapunzel. What a strange name. Strange, but beautiful. And fit for a prince. Tomorrow, before that horrible witch arrives, I will stand beneath her tower and have her let down her hair to me.
Hello there, little one.
Hello.
Have you saved some of those sweets for Granny?
I ate all the sweets. Can't have a loaf of bread.
What a beautiful cape you have there.
My granny made it for me.
Really, I would love a cape like that.
You look pretty foolish.
May I take a look at it?
I don't like to be without my cape. Give it back.
I want it badly.
Please give it back.
"Forget the little girl and get the cape!"
I just wanted to make certain that you really love that cape. Now you go home to your grannies. Make sure no wolf comes your way.
I'd rather a wolf than you any day.
If you know what you want, then you go and you find it and you take it. Do I want a child or not? It's a cloak, what's a cloak? It's a joke, it's a stupid little cloak. And a clothes what you make it, so you take it. Things are only what you need them for. What's important is who needs them more.
And so the baker, with a newfound determination, went after the red cape. As for the little girl, she was surprised to find her grandmother's cottage door standing open.
Look here. I'm uneasy at you. Prince out of sweets. Good day, grandmother. My grandmother, you're looking very strange. What big ears you have.
Better to hear you with, my dear.
But, grandmother, what big eyes you have.
Better to see you with, my dear.
But, grandmother, what large hands you have.
Better to hug you with, my dear.
My grandmother, what a terrible big wet mouth you have.
Better to eat you with.
And scarcely had the wolf said this, than with a single bound he was devouring the little girl. Well, it was a full day of eating for both. And with his appetite appeased, the wolf took to bed for a nice long nap.
That grandmother has a mighty snore. Odd. Where's the little one? Eating, no doubt. Or eaten. Grandmother. Ha! What is that red cloth sticking in the corner of your mouth? It looks to me to be a piece of the... Aha! I'll get the cake from within your stomach!
What a fright! How dark and thick it was inside that wolf!
Kill the devil! Take that knife and cut his evil head off! Let's see the demon sliced into 1,000 bits! Better yet, let the animal die a painful, agonizing, hideous death!
Granny!
Quiet, child. The evil must be destroyed.
Well, I will leave you to your task.
Don't you want the skins?
No, you keep them.
What kind of a hunter are you?
I'm a baker.
What is that? make me another with that skins up. Oh.
Thank you.
And Snow the baker, with a second article in hand, feeling braver and more satisfied than he had ever felt, ran back through the woods. As for the lad Jack,
Only a dog would exchange a cow for beans.
Mother, no!
To bed without supper for you.
Little did they know that those beans would grow into an enormous stalk that would stretch into the heavens.
You all right, miss? Yes. I just need to catch my breath. What a beautiful ball gown you're in. Were you at the King's Festival? Yes. Aren't you the lucky one? Why are you in the woods at this hour?
I think I see her over there. Have you seen a beautiful young woman in a ball gown pass through?
I don't think so, sir.
I think she went over there.
I've never lied to royalty before. I've never anything to royalty before. Thank you. If a prince were looking for me, I certainly wouldn't hide. Oh, what brings you here? And with the cow? My husband's in the woods somewhere. He's entering a spell. Ooh, yes. Now the prince. What was he like? He's a very nice prince. And it's a very nice ball. And when I enter, they trumpeted. And the prince. Oh, the prince. Yes, the prince. Well, he's tall. He's not tall. Did you dance? Is he charming? They say that he's charming. We did nothing but dance. Yes. And we made a nice change. No, the prince. Oh, the prince. Yes, the prince. Yes, charm. Or prince, I guess. Guess. I don't mean a wide range. It's all very strange. Are you to return to the festival tomorrow eve? Perhaps. Perhaps? Oh, to be pursued by a prince. All that pursues me is tomorrow's bread. What I wouldn't give to be in your shoes. An enormous vine growing next to a little cottage. I mean slippers. Stop rising into the sky. As pure as gold. I must get home. Wait, I need your shoe. Hey, get back here. No.
One midnight gone. So,
Sometimes the things you most wish for are not to be touched.
The harder to get, the better to
she gives you food and she gives you rest. And she draws you close to her giant breast. And you know things now that you never knew before. After the sky. Only just when you made a friend and awe, and you know she's big, but you don't feel small. Someone bigger than her comes along, the heart to swallow you for lunch. And your heart is lead and your stomach stone, and you're really scared being all alone. And it's then that you miss all the things you've known, and the world you left, and the little you own. The fun is done. You steal what you can and run, and you scramble down. You look below, and the world you know begins to grow. The house of your mother at the the house in the world you never thought to explore. And you think of all of the things you've seen, and you wish that you could live in between. And you're back again, only different than before. After the sky, there are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible, awesome, scary, wonderful giants in the sky. Look what I have. Here's 5 gold pieces.
5 gold pieces.
I had more, but my mother made me surrender them. She allowed me these 5 to do with as I please.
Oh no.
Where's Milky White?
Milky White is back home with my wife.
Let's go find them.
Wait, I didn't say I would sell.
But you said I might buy her back.
Well,
Are you saying that you wish her more money?
More money
Keep
is
this, I will
all-
go fetch more.
Wait, I didn't say. 5 gold pieces. With this money, I could buy baking supplies for a year. I could buy a new thatch roof and a new chimney.
But could you buy yourself a child?
Who are you?
When first I appear, I seem delirious. But when explained, I'm nothing serious. Could you buy yourself a child?
I don't understand.
How much do you wish a child? 5 gold pieces, 10, 20?
I've not thought to put a price on it.
Well, exactly. You've not thought about many things, have you, son?
That is not yours. Give it back.
Nor is it Jack's. The money is not what's important. What's important is that your wish is honored.
Wait, damn,
You've the red cape.
Yes, I have the cape. Only 2 items left to locate.
3.
2, I have the cape and the cow.
You've the cape.
What have you done with the cow?
She ran away. I never reached home. I've been looking for her all night.
I knew I shouldn't have entrusted her to you.
But she might have just as easily run from you.
But she didn't.
But she might have.
But she didn't.
Who cares?
Lord!
Said it. Get it back.
We were just going to do that. Here, I can give you this.
Don't give me that, fool. Have you no sense? Touch that. I see his calls. Lovely.
She's very gifted.
Deliver the items to me before the 3rd minute, or you'll wish you never thought to have a child.
I don't like that woman.
I'm sorry I've lost the cow.
Shouldn't have yelled at you. Now please, go home. I will make things right. And then we can go about our lives. No more hunting for strange objects in the woods. No more witches or dim-witted boys and hungry little girls. Go.
Oh, good brother. Father and I wonder where you were off to. Well, you see, I have been looking all night for her. For her? You mean for her? The beautiful one I danced the evening away with. And where did she go? Disappeared like a fine morning mist. She was lovely. The loveliest.
Ah, brother, I am not certain of that. I must confess, I too have found a lovely maiden. She lives here, in the woods.
In the woods?
Yes, 2 leagues from here, due east, just beyond the mossy knoll. She lives in a tall tower that has no door or stairs.
Well then, how do you manage a visit?
Ah, brother, I stand beneath her tower and say, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair to me. And then she lowers the longest, most beautiful head of hair, yellow as corn, which I climb to her.
Rapunzel, you jest. I've never heard of a name so obscure.
I speak the truth, and she's as true as your maiden. A maiden running from a prince, none would run from us.
And yet, one has. Did I abuse her, show her disdain? Why does she run from me? If I should lose her, how shall I regain the heart she has won from me? Agony beyond power of speech, when the one thing you want is the only thing out of your reach.
High in a tower, she sits by the hour, maintaining her hair. Blithe and becoming and frequently humming a light-hearted air. Agony, far more painful than yours, when you know she would go with you if there only were doors. Agony, all the torture they teach. What's as intriguing
Or half so fatiguing
as what's out of reach.
Am I not sensitive, clever, well-mannered, considerate, passionate, charming, as kind as I'm handsome, and dare to
You
approve?
are everything maidens could wish for.
Then why no?
Do I know?
The girl must be mad.
You know nothing of madness till you're climbing her hair and you see her up there as you're nearing her, all the while hearing her agony, misery, woe, though it's different for each.
Always 10 steps behind,
Always 10 feet below,
and she's just out of reach.
agony that can cut like a knife. I must have her to wife.
More handsome than the other? No, get the hair.
Excuse me, young woman. Have you seen a boy with raven hair and a sunny, though occasionally vague disposition answering to the name of Jack?
Not the one pushed to the white cow.
He's the one.
Have you seen the cow?
No, and I don't wish to ever again. Children can be quite queer about their animals. You be careful with your children.
I have no children.
That's good too.
Yes. Well, I have not seen your son today.
Oh, I hope you didn't go up that beanstalk again. Quit while you're ahead, I always say. Jack! Jack!
Hello. Moo, looking for a cow? Where did you find her? Oh.
What are you doing?
I am here to make amends.
I want you to stay out of this, old man.
I'm here to see that your wish is granted.
Stay out of my path!
I don't know
You do take plenty of spills, don't you? Hello. It's these slippers. They're not suited for these surroundings. Actually, they're not much suited for dancing either. I'd say those slippers were as pure as gold. Ah, yes. They're all you could wish for in beauty. What I wouldn't give for just one. But one's unlikely to do you much good. Now, the festival. Was it as wonderful as last evening? Oh, it's still the next ball. Yes, and we have far to watch for. No, the prince. Oh, the prince. Yes, the prince. If he knew who I really was. Oh. Ooh. I'm afraid I was rude. Oh, how? Now I'm being pursued. Yes, and I'm not in the mood. He must have really taken a liking to you. Well, I have no experience with princes and castles and gowns. Nonsense. Every girl dreams. I must run. Wait, I need your shoe. Stop that. I need it. Can you give it back to me? Oh.
Where did she go?
Oh.
Don't play the fool, woman.
You mean the beautiful young maiden in a ball gown? She went in that direction. I was trying to hold her here for you.
I can capture my own damsel, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Where did he go?
Oh, the prince, of course. Oh, he went in that direction, but you'll never reach him.
Over there!
I thought you were returning home. I've had no luck.
You've the cow.
Yes, I have the cow and the cape. Only 2 items left to locate.
1.
2, I have the cape and the cow.
Compare this to your corn.
Where did you find it?
I pulled it from a maiden in a tower.
3,
Oh, and I almost had the 4th, but she got away.
we have 1 entire day left. Surely we can locate the others by then.
We? You mean you'll allow me to stay?
Well, perhaps it will take the 2 of us to get this child.
You've changed. You're daring. You're different in words. More shy, more sharing. You're catching us through the woods. If you could see, you're not the one who started, and much more open-hearted than I knew to be.
It takes 2. I thought 1 was enough, it's not true. It takes 2 of us who came through. When the journey was rough, it took you. It took 2 of us, it takes care. It takes patience and fear and despair to change. Though you swear to change, can tell if you do. It takes 2.
You've changed. You're thriving. There's something about the woods. Not just surviving. You're blossoming in the woods. At home, I'd fear we'd stay the same forever. And then, out here, your passionate, charming, considerate.
It takes 1 to begin, but then once you've begun, it takes 2 of you, it's no fun. But what needs to be done, you can do. When there's 2 of us, it takes care. It takes patience and fear and despair to change. Though you swear to change, you can tell if you do. It takes 2.
We've changed.
golden egg?
You see, I promised you more than the 5 gold pieces I gave you, sir.
5 gold pieces.
Now I'm taking my cow.
5 gold pieces.
I never said you could take her. But you took the 5 gold pieces.
You took 5 gold pieces?
I didn't take, you gave.
Here are the 5 gold pieces.
An old man.
You said I could have my cow back.
Now I didn't say you could, I said you might.
You would take money before a child?
Milky White is dead.
2!
Wanting a woe is not wanting a prince.
Near may be better than far, but it still isn't there.
It's not there.
Near.
So far.
So near.
Your own prince.
So far.
The greatest prize of Boston line is into the thorniest path.
2 minutes gone, 2 minutes gone.
2 midnights gone, and the exhausted baker and his wife buried the dead Milky White.
We must go to the village in search of another cow.
And what do you propose they used to purchase this cow?
Here, tell them it's magic.
No person with a brain larger than this is going to exchange a cow for a bean.
Then steal it.
Steal it? Just 2 nights ago you were accusing me of exercising deceit in obtaining the cow.
Then don't steal it and resign yourself to a childless life.
I think it's best you go for the cow. So I met a maiden, the golden slipper, and I think I might succeed in obtaining her shoe.
Fine.
Fine.
That is simply...
Fine.
Unfortunately for Rapunzel, the witch discovered her affections for the prince before he could spirit her away.
What did I clearly say? Children should listen. No, please. What were you not to do? Children must see. No. And learn. Why could you not obey? Children must listen. What have I been to you? What would you have me be? Handsome like a prince? Ah, but I am old. I am ugly. I embarrass you. No. You are ashamed of me. No. You are ashamed. You don't understand.
It was lonely atop that tower.
I was not company enough.
I am no longer a child. I wish to see the world.
Don't you know what's out there in the world? Someone has to shield you from the world. Stay with me. Princes wait there in the world, it's true. Princes, yes, but wolves and humans too. Stay at home. I am home. Who out there will love you more than I. Boy out there that I cannot supply. Stay with me. The world is dark and wild. Stay a child while you can be a child. With me. I gave you protection, and yet you disobeyed me.
But did you really think I would stay in that tower forever?
You lied to me. Why didn't you tell me you had a visitor?
I'm sorry,
I will not share you, but I will show you a world you've never seen. Please, no, no.
cow?
I don't know. Leave me alone.
Haven't I left you alone long enough?
Your questions make no sense, old man. Go away.
Are you in need of another cow?
What a beautiful cave.
Stay away from my cake, or I'll slice you into 1,000 bits.
I don't want it. I was just admiring it.
My granny made it for me from a molten cactus, and I got to skin the animal. And best of all, she gave me this beautiful knife for protection.
Well, look what I have. A hen that lays golden eggs.
I don't believe that egg came out from the hen. Where did you get that egg?
I stole this from the kingdom of the giant up there. And if you think this is something, you should see the golden harp the giant has. It plays the most beautiful tunes without your even having to touch it.
Of course it does. Why won't you go up to the kingdom right now and bring it back and show me?
I could.
You could not.
I could.
You could not, Mr. Liar.
I am not a liar. I'll get that harp. You'll see.
After having cast out Rapunzel to a remote desert, the witch returned to take the prince by surprise. And as he leapt from the tower, the thorn in which he fell pierced his eyes and blinded him. As for Cinderella, she returned from her final visit from the festival.
He's a very smart prince. He's a prince who prepares, knowing this time I'd run from him. He's been pinched on the stairs. I was caught unawares, and I thought, well, he cares. This is more than just malice. Better stop and take stock while you're standing here stuck on the steps of the palace. You think what you want. You think make a decision. Why not stay and be caught? You think bold as you thought would be his response. But then what if you knew who you are when you know that you're not what he thinks that he wants? And then what if you are? What if prince? What if vision? Although how can you know who you are till you know what you want, what you don't, so then which do you pick? But you're safe out of sight of yourself, but where everything's wrong. Or where everything's right, I don't know that you'll never be wrong. And whichever you pick, do it quick, cause you're starting to stick to the steps of your palace. It's your first big decision. The choice isn't easy to make. To arrive at a ball is exciting and hard. Once you're there, though it's scary. And it's fun to deceive when you know you can leave, but you have to be wary. There's a lot that's at stake, but you've stalled long enough, cause you're still standing stuck on the stuff on these steps. Then run along home and avoid a collision. Though at home they don't care, you'll be better off there. There's nothing to choose, so there's nothing to lose. So you pry up your shoe and from out of the blue, and without any guide, you know what your decision is, which is not to decide. You'll just leave him a clue. For example, a shoe, and then see what he'll do. Now it's he and not you who is stuck with the shoe in a stew, in a goo. And you learn something too, something you never knew, on the steps of the palace. No, don't come any closer to me. Please, I need that shoe. We have nothing to discuss. You've attacked me once before. I did not attack you. I attacked your shoe. I need it. Here's a magic bean in exchange for it. Magic bean? Nonsense. Don't do that. I've already given up one shoe this evening. My feet cannot bear to give up another. I need that shoe to have a child. Well, that makes no sense.
Does it make sense you're running from a prince? Oh, wait, here, take my shoes. You'll run faster. Here, thank you.
Who was that woman?
I do not know, sir.
Lying will cost you your life.
I've done nothing.
I'm the cow.
The slipper! We've all four!
I will take this to the prince, and we will search the kingdom tomorrow for the maiden who fits this shoe.
It's mine! I don't care if it costs me my life!
Give them the slipper and all will.
What was that noise? It's a bolt of lightning in a far-off kingdom, sir. How dare you go off in search without me? My apologies, sir. Enough of what you thought. I employed a ruse and had the entire staircase smeared with pitch. And there, when she left, remained the maiden's slipper. Brilliant! I thought so. It did leave quite a mess when the other guest left. And sir, I succeeded in obtaining the other slipper.
Give them the slipper and all will come to a happy end.
And who are you, old man?
When first I appear, I see...
Shut up! Hey, do as he says. He's obviously a spirit of some sort.
There's a dead guy in my bathroom! I heard Jack coming down the beanstalk calling for his axe. And he took it and started beating down the stalk. And suddenly there was a crash. And the beanstalk fell, but there was no Jack. For all I know, he could have been crushed by the ogre.
There. Worrying will do you no good. If he's safe, then he is safe. If he's been crushed, well, now there's nothing we can do about that. Now is there? Okay, I must be off. I need my rest for tomorrow's search.
Does no one care that giants are falling from the sky?
The giant is dead, is it not?
With such a bud, I would suppose. The third midnight is here! All the objects?
Slipper, hair.
Cape, cow.
That cow doesn't look as white as milk to me.
Oh, she is. She is.
This cow has been covered in flour!
Well, we did have a cow with white milk, honestly.
Then where is she?
She's dead.
We thought you'd prefer a live one.
Of course I prefer a live cow. So bring me the dead one and I'll bring it back to life.
You can do that?
Now! Jeff, there you are. I've been worried sick.
Mother loves the most beautiful heart.
You've stolen too much. You could have been killed coming down that stalk.
What's happening? Milky White! Now I have two friends, a cow and a heart.
Quiet. Feed the objects to the cow.
What?
Feed them to the cow. Here, fill this.
I'll do it. Jolly mug for me. Squeeze, pal.
Wrong ingredients. Forget about it, child.
No, you wait just one moment. Follow your instructions exactly as you said. 1, the cow is as white as milk.
Yes.
2, the cape was certainly as red as blood.
Yes.
3, the slipper.
Yes.
And 4, I compared that hair with this ear of corn.
I pulled it from a maiden in its power.
What? What were you doing there?
I was just passing by.
Don't you
cord, pull from the ear, and feed to the cow quickly.
This had better work, old man, before the last stroke of midnight, or your son will be the last of your flesh and blood.
Son?
Please, not now.
That's right. Meet your father.
Father? Could that be you? I thought you died in a baking accident.
I didn't want to run away from you, son, but
She's milking.
I don't understand.
not now. Into the cup.
We've given you what you wish.
Now when can we expect a child?
What's wrong?
What's happening?
Where are you going?
Son, son,
Father! Father!
all is repaired.
He's dead!
And so the mysterious man died, having helped end the curse on his house. For the baker, there'd be no reunion with his father. He and his wife bewildered returned home. And the witch was punished with age and ugliness the day her beans had been stolen. The lightning flash was now restored to her former state of youth and beauty. And milky white, after a night of severe indigestion, was reunited with the now wealthy Jack. And the prince began to find the foot to fit the golden slipper. And when he got to school, Cinderella's stepmother brought the shoe into Florinda's room.
Careful, my toe, darling, I know. You'll have to go, but when you're as bright, you consider right. You never have to walk.
The girl obeyed, swallowing her pain, and she joined the prince on his horse, riding off to become his bride. And so the prince returned the false bride and asked the other sister to put on the shoe.
What fit, darling, be still. Cut off a bit of the heel and it will. And when you're his wife, you're such a love. You never have to walk.
The girl obeyed, swallowing her pain. But as she was helped onto the back of the horse by the prince, he noticed blood trickling from the shoe.
Have you no other daughters?
To which the woman replied,
No, only a stunt kitchen witches, which his wife left behind. But she is much too dirty. She cannot show herself.
I insist.
and when Cinderella presented herself and tried on the blood-soaked slipper, it fit like a glove.
This is the true bride.
I always wanted a son.
And much to the dismay of the stepmother and her daughters, Cinderella rode off coming to become his bride. And finally, exchange for her youth and beauty, the witch lost her powers over others. When the wedding with the prince was celebrated, Lucinda and Florinda attended, wishing to win good favor with Cinderella and sharing her good fortune. But as the sisters stood by the blessed couple, Pigeon swooped down upon them and poked out their eyes and punished them with blindness.
I never thought I'd wed a prince.
I didn't think I'd find perfection.
I didn't think I could be so happy. Found you? Yes. Thank you for the shoe.
And it came to pass, all that seemed wrong was now right. The kingdoms were filled with joy, and those who deserved it were certain to live a long and happy life. Ever after. Journey over, all is mended. It's just not for today, but tomorrow and extended. Ever after.
Ever after.
All the curses have been ended, the reverses wiped away. All is tenderness and laughter for forever after.
Happy ever, happy as and happy ever after.
There are dangers, and if you hope and the paths are often spurred,
With knots or points
it's
and
amazing
bases,
that we did. She never lost her nerve.
no life
Release the right conclusions.
and we got nothing inside. Not a song of tenderness and laughter. Joy today and bliss tomorrow and forever after.
I was great. I was vain. I was smart. We were happy. It was fun. We were blind. Then we went into the woods together, wishing I were really blind.
I was perfect. I had everything but beauty and power. I had a daughter like a flower in a tower.
Then I went into the woods together, wishing I were more than there.
My power, my power.
Happy hour, happy as the clouds have laughter. Happy as the clouds have happy ever Christmas. Still happy and forever. You will see your wish come true.
Don't be careful, don't be clever. When you see your wish pursue, it's a dangerous endeavor, but the only thing to do.
Those fearful, those secrets that you know you make this. Don't have to make those fruitful.
Don't seem to suffer the feelings of the fact that makes them close. Your house is not must you know your wish. You have to wish, you have to wish, you have to wish, you have to wish. You'll mix the woods and up the stair with delicious hopes and walls of fear. Into the woods and through the fear, you have to take a journey. Into the woods and down, and think perhaps the moon is up. Into the woods to lift the spell.
Who wants to lose the money?
Into the woods to have a child.
Find the prince.
To get the money.
Save the house.
Kill the wolf.
Find the flower.
Find the king. To have to ride to get to save to kill to keep to go to the festival. Into the woods. Into the woods. Into the woods.
To be continued.
Happy ever after.
For this amazing. How do you guys like it so far? All right, so we're gonna do the raffle right now, and who's ready to win?
Once upon a time. Later, in the same far-off kingdom, lived a young princess, Blackjack, and the baker and his family.
I wish more than anything, more than the moon. I wish just not to be festival. I miss for festival. I miss my kingdom up in the sky. Anything to have
But despite some minor inconveniences, they were all content.
house, and now it will be my son's.
You would raise your son alongside a witch?
Why does he always cry when I hold him?
Baby's crying, he's fine. You didn't hold him as if he was so fragile.
He wants his mother. Here.
I can't take care of him all the time.
I will take care of him. When he's older. Let me go through thick and thin. And I'm gonna kiss you from behind. I'm so sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Are you alright?
I think so.
And the baby.
Yeah, he's fine. Are you alright?
You! Have you done this to our house?
Always thinking of yourself? Look at my garden.
What of your garden?
Look!
Destroyed.
What has happened?
I was thrown to the ground. I saw nothing.
You could do such a thing.
An earthquake?
No earthquake. My garden has been trampled. Those are footprints.
Who could do such a thing?
Anything that leaves a footprint that large is no. Who?
Do you think it was a bear?
A bear. Bears are sweet. Besides, you ever see a bear with 40-foot feet? A dragon, no scorch marks. Usually they're linked.
Manticore?
Imaginary.
Griffin?
Extinct.
Giants?
Possible. Very, very possible.
A giant?
Maybe we should tell someone.
Who are you going to tell?
The royal family, of course.
The royal family? I wouldn't trust the royal family to snuff out a rat. So the giant will all have to go to battle. A giant's the worst. A giant has a brain. Hard to outwit a giant. A giant's just like us, only bigger. Much, much bigger. So big. And we are just an expendable bug beneath its foot.
We are moving! And so the baker proceeded to the castle, but not before visiting Jack and his mother.
Look about you, White. It's the butcher.
The baker.
The baker. What can we do for you, sir?
I've come here to investigate the destruction that was wrought upon our house today.
Jack, come with me all day.
The baker told Jack and his mother he feared there was a giant in the land.
I can recognize a giant footstep. I can go with no such thing.
Any help at all would be.
And you'll get none from us. No one seemed to care for the giant in my backyard, and so you volunteered to come to my aid?
Giant in the backyard is one thing. Crushed home is quite another.
Can help you.
I'm taking the news to the castle nonetheless.
When the baker got to the castle, it was the princess that greeted his news. The story unfolds.
Excuse me, madame, but this small man insists on seeing you.
Princess, I've come to report the appearance of a giant in the land.
Where did you see a giant?
Well, I didn't exactly see it.
Well, then how do you know there's a giant?
My home is crushed and there are
That
footprints.
could have been caused by any number of things. I'll show you to the door.
Wait.
Princess, not long ago, a nearby village was visited by a giant, descending from a beanstalk.
Yes, I remember.
That giant was slain. Now come along.
Wait, Princess, I have a young child. He was very hard to come by. His safety is of great importance to me.
Are we entirely through now?
Yes.
I will take this news up with the prince when he returns. Thank you.
I'm going to sell the harp, Jack. Mother, no! You don't want to playing around here with a giant on the loose.
But I know how to kill a giant.
We've had our fill with giants.
But Mother, if I could just help.
No, promise me you won't leave your surroundings.
Mother, I'm a man now.
You'll always be a little boy in your mother's eyes. Promise. Promise.
I promise.
What happened to your house? We had a baking accident.
A baking accident?
There's no use in frightening the young thing.
You can't frighten her.
Well, I guess Granny will have to deal with that with bread and sweets. Besides, Grandma can carry. Why such a large basket? Oh, I'm moving in with Granny. We had an accident too. I came home to find our house collapsed, as if a big wind blew it in. I couldn't find my mother anywhere. Oh no. So I salvaged what I could, and now I'm off.
Oh, good friends, what news have you? What of Mother's grave? What kind of trouble? Oh no, I can't investigate. A princess is not supposed to go into the woods unescorted. Oh, good idea. I will disguise myself and see what's wrong. Thank you, birds. We'll take you to Granny's.
What?
Do not alarm the butler. Go in the woods alone.
Fine, I'll take her.
I don't need anyone to. I've got my behind before.
But not when there have been such winds blowing.
That's right. We'll all take you.
No, you'll stay here with the baby.
I'm not about to stay here with the baby when a great wind might return to this house too.
I know Mother made me promise, but I'm gonna find that giant anyway.
Once it's time to go, it may be all in vain. I know into the woods, but even so, I have to take the journey.
What's to find the giant?
To the woods, grandmother's house.
Into the woods, the path is straight, no reason then to hesitate. Into the woods, who knows what may be lurking on the journey.
What's been on to walk this kind of strange the woods are slow. To the woods to see what's wrong.
What's to slay the giant?
Into the woods,
Lead the wind.
to find the future.
To slay,
To find,
To fix.
to battle.
To see what the trouble is.
Rapunzel, what are you doing here?
What's the matter? Oh, nothing. You just locked me in a tower for all of my life with no company, blinded my prince, banished me to a desert where I had little to eat, and again no company, and then bore twins. It's because of the way that you treat me that I'll never, never be happy.
I was just trying to be a good mother. Stay with me, Rapunzel. There's a giant running about.
Good brother, what a surprise.
Brother, how good to see you.
And what brings you into the wood today?
Well, I'm investigating news of a giant.
You investigating a giant? Brother, not even father would do that. That is business for your steward, or less.
Well, what brings you into the woods?
My Rapunzel has run off.
Run off?
She's a changed woman. She is subject to hysterical fits of crying, his moods no soul could predict. Brother, I know not what to do.
What a pity.
And Cinderella?
She, remains well.
Remains well, does she? Now, brother, do tell me what you're really doing here.
High in a tower like yours was, but higher, beauteously. All round the tower, a thicket of briar, 100 feet deep. Agony, no frustration more keen. When the one thing you want is a thing that you've not even seen.
I found a casket entirely of glass. No, it's unbreakable. Inside, don't ask it, made in a last. Just as unwakeable.
What unmistakable
agony.
says that
white as snow.
Did you learn her name?
No, there's a dwarf standing guard. Agony, such that princes must weep. Always enthralled, most to anything, almost, or something asleep.
If it were not for the thicket,
A thicket's no trick, is it thick?
it's the thickest.
The quickest is pick it apart with a stick.
Yes, but even one brick, it's my thing about blood.
Well, it's sick.
It's no sicker than your thing with dwarves.
Dwarves seem very upsetting. Not forgetting
That's
the
not achievable.
mountains unscalable,
If it's conceivable,
but unavailable. Agony, misery, woe, not to know what you miss.
while they lie there for years,
And you cry on their beers.
what unbearable bliss.
Agony, that can cut like a knife. Oh well, back to my wife. Rapunzel. Let's be off. Godspeed to you, brother.
Godspeed.
And after hours of searching for Granny, our intrepid travelers lost not only their way, but their patience as well.
Are you certain this is the right direction?
We went down the dell.
Perhaps you forgot the way.
The path is free.
Was straight? Now there is no path.
Where is the stream? Where is the lily pond? Where is Granny?
Calm down. Maybe we should turn back.
No!
We'll just have to find Granny's house without the path.
Wait, that looks familiar. See in the distance? They're oak trees.
Yes, I recognize
Who might that be?
the steward and the royal family. What might you be doing in the woods?
The castle has been set apart by a giant.
Oh no.
I warned you, why didn't you do something?
I don't make the policy, just carry it out.
And I warn you that you can't carry on the royal family to solve your problems. I think it best we go back to the village.
I wouldn't be in such a rush if I were you. Guess which path the giant took to the castle.
Oh no.
What?
All that's left of my garden is a sack of beans. And there's not much left of your house either.
But I heard giants never strike the same house twice.
You heard wrong!
Shh.
There!
The giant's a woman!
That size!
Where's the lad?
There is no lad here!
We haven't seen him!
I want the lad who climbs the beanstalk.
We'll get him for you right away! Don't move!
It was you who destroyed our house. Not a great wit. It's because of you. I'm no mother.
And who destroyed my house? That boy asked for shelter, then he stole our gold, our head, and our harp. Then he killed my husband. I must avenge the wrongdoings.
We are not responsible for him.
You're wasting your breath!
She's right. You can't argue with a dumb giant.
Not all giants are done. Give me the boy.
We told you he's not here.
The girl is telling the truth.
I know he's there, and I'm going to wait right here until he's delivered to me.
The giant, who was nearsighted and had lost her glasses, remained convinced that she had found the lad. There is no consensus among the group of which course of action to take. Put a spell on her.
I no longer have my powers. If I did, do you think I'd be standing here with all of you? Now, we'll have to give her someone.
Who?
lie for anyone.
Oh, don't take it personally.
I'm waiting.
You must understand. These people were not familiar with making choices. Their past experiences in the woods had in no way prepared them for a forest this great. Excuse me, but would you like a blonde girl instead?
How dare you?
We'll put them out of their misery.
We're not that miserable.
What are you talking about?
She doesn't want a woman.
Fine, what do you suggest we do?
I'm still waiting.
It is interesting to examine the moral questions at issue here. The finality of such stories as these. Oh no, I tell the story. I am not part of it.
Put that away.
Well, not one of us.
Always on the outside.
That's my role. You must understand. There must always be someone on the outside.
You're gonna be on the inside now.
You're making a mistake.
Nonsense.
You need an objective observer to pass the story along.
Oh, some of us don't like the way you've been telling it.
You drag me into this mess, you'll never know how the story ends. You'll be lost.
Wait, he's right.
See?
She's right. We won't know how the story goes.
Think of your baby.
She's right. Let her go.
Thank you. You don't want to live in a world of chaos. There must always be an outside observer. I'm not the lad. I'm a woman.
This is not the line.
Don't drop! Why did you push her into her arms?
You wanted to get rid of him too.
We might have thought of something else.
If a decision walked to you, it never would have been made.
Now that she's gone, we'll never know what will happen next. We'll manage.
Must I search among you for the lad?
No.
Oh,
Jack is just a boy. He sold his beloved cow in exchange for magic beans. And anyone is to be punished if the man who made the exchange.
That's right. Nonsense.
He was your responsibility. Now I must punish him for his wrongs.
Being number two, do you think it was a picnic disposing of your husband's remains?
You're getting me angry.
What about our anger? What about our pay? You're the one flossing around our kingdom. I'll find my son and you'll never find him.
Don't provoke the giant.
You'll never, ever find him.
I'm warning you.
If you don't get back this instant, then we'll get you for everything you've done. We'll...
Where is your son? Is that him?
No, this is not the lad.
the
Stay
boy is
here.
hiding in the steeple tower.
That's true. Yes.
If he's not, I will return, find you.
Rapunzel, stay away from me. Rapunzel, no, stay away from me.
She's in poor condition.
You'll be okay.
Don't let them hurt Jack.
I won't.
Don't let them be hurt as I sit here on death's door.
I'll do all I can.
Promise. Promise.
All right, I promise.
No, come away from there. You killed her.
I was just doing my job. I was just thinking of the greater good.
This is the world I meant. Couldn't you listen? Couldn't you stay protected behind walls? As I could not. Now you know what's out there in the world. Stays untainted by the world. Even I, only I, who loved you as you were. Only I, frightened less of her than them. children won't listen. No matter what you know, children refuse to learn. Guide them along the way, still they won't listen. Children can only grow from something you love to something you lose.
Life was so steady, and now this? When will things return back to normal?
You must be gone if we're to arrive before nightfall.
Where are you going?
We're off to Hidden Kingdom.
We can't take everyone.
Fools! There is nowhere to hide.
You'll never make it in time. We have to stick together.
Some people were meant to cut off the bottle giants, and others are not. I don't have the constitution. As long as I can be of no help, I'm going to hide. Everything will work out fine.
Not always.
I hope the giant steps on them all.
You shouldn't say that.
Oh, you were thinking the same thing.
This is terrible. We just saw 3 people die.
Since when were you so squeamish? How many wolves have you carved up?
A wolf's not the same.
Ask the wolf's mother!
Stop it!
You people are so blind. While you continue talking about this problem, I'm going to find that lad and serve him to the giant for lunch!
Are we really going to feed the boy to the giant?
Of course not.
I'll have to find him first.
I'll go too.
No, you stay here with the baby.
No, I want to help.
You'll leave our child with her?
I'll be fine with the girl.
And what if the giant were to return here?
What if?
But what if?
What if? Will only a giant's foot stop your arguing?
Hey, Ronaldo.
Do you two always argue like that?
Well, not always.
It seems like you do.
There's nothing wrong with having an argument.
Oh, I see.
Milky! Milky!
That's him. Jack! Jack!
Milky! Milky!
Safe here.
But I want to go.
No, you'll be safer here.
Don't go too far.
I will only walk 100 steps. If I do not find the boy, I'll come right back. 1, 2, 3. Jack! Jack! 81, 82, 83, 84, 85. Hello, sir.
Hello.
You must be here to slay the giant.
Yes.
Have you come across the giant yet?
No.
I have.
You have.
Yes.
And what are you doing alone in the woods?
Oh, I came with my husband. It's a long story.
Your husband would let you roam alone in the woods?
No, actually, it was my choice. I'm looking for the lad.
Your choice. How brave.
Brave?
Yes. Cabin in the woods, may I kiss you? Any moment we could be crying. Don't feel rushed.
This is ridiculous. What am I doing here? I'm in the wrong story. This is not right. You have a princess.
Well, yes, I
And
do.
I have a baker.
Of course, you're right. How foolish. Foolishness can happen in the woods. Once again, please, let your hesitations be hushed. Any moment, big or small, is a moment after all. Seize the moment, skies may fall. Any moment.
But this is not right.
Right and wrong don't matter in the woods. Only feelings. Let us leave this moment unblushed. Life is often so pleasant. You must know that as a peasant, let us take this young present as a present in the moment.
Yeah. 81, 82, 83. What's wrong, man? May I be of some service?
The tree has fallen. Mother's grave destroyed.
I'm sorry.
My wishes have just been crushed.
Don't say that.
It's true, you wouldn't understand.
Well, you can't stay here. There's a giant on the loose.
I'm certain the prince will see to it that the giant is rid from our land.
Prince hasn't been seen. No doubt he's off seducing some young maiden.
What?
I understand that's what princes do.
Not all princes.
You look just like the princess, but dirty. Oh. You are the princess.
Oh no, please, get up, get up. I'm not a princess here.
What are you to do?
I must be on my way back to the castle.
You haven't heard. The giant has set himself in the castle.
And the prince?
Prince hasn't been seen. You will be safer in my company. Come with me.
Giant. I'd almost forgotten. Will we find each other in the woods again?
This was just a moment in the woods, all alone, shivering and lonely and sad. Leave the moment, just be glad for the moment that we had. Any moment is a moment when you're in the woods. Now I'm off to face a giant. That is what the next moment holds for me. I shall not forget how brave you are to be alone in the woods, and how alive you've made me feel.
What was that?
Was that me? Was that him? Did a prince really kiss me? And kiss me? And kiss me? And did I kiss him back? Was it wrong? Am I mad? Is that all? Does he miss me? Was he suddenly getting bored with me?
Wake up. Stop dreaming. Stop prancing about the woods.
It's not beseeming. What is it about the woods?
Back to life, back to sense, back to child, back to husband. No one lives in the woods.
There were vows, there were ties, there were needs, there were standards, there were shouldn'ts and shoulds. Why not both instead? There's the answer if you're clever. Have a child for warmth and a baker for bread and a prince for whatever. Never, it's these woods.
The facts, find the boy, join the group, stop the giant, just get out of these woods.
Was that him? Yes, it was. Was that me? No, it wasn't. Just a trick of the woods. Just a moment. One peculiar passing moment. Must it all be either less or more? Either plain or grand? Is it always or is it never and? That's what woods are for those moments in the woods. Oh, if life were made of moments, even now and then about one. But if life were only moments, then you'd never know you had one.
First a witch, then a child, then a prince, then a moment who can live in the woods.
And to get what you wish only just for a moment, these are dangerous woods.
wanted before. Now I understand, and it's time to leave the woods.
She'll be back by now.
She said she will only go 100 paces.
No, I should look for her. In which direction did she go?
Ow! Look who I found!
Please, don't let her give you to the giant.
Oh, it's not our fault that the giant wants you.
You're hurting me.
Let go of him. No.
Where did you find this? Where is my wife?
She's dead.
What?
I'm sorry, sir. I came upon her. She was under a tree. He was crying over her like she was his own mother. How awful.
I knew I shouldn't have left her alone.
I buried her in a footprint. Remorse will get you nowhere.
My wife is dead!
Wake up! People are dying all around you. You're not the only one to suffer loss. When you're dead, you're dead. Now I say we get this lad to the giant before we're all so much dead meat. Keep away from him. No.
Yes, it's his fault that there's a giant on the loose and that my wife is dead.
But it isn't my fault I was given those beans. You persuaded me to trade away my cow for beans, and without those beans there'd have been no stock to get up to the giants in the first place.
Wait a minute, magic beans for a cow so old that you had to tell a lie to sell it when you told were they worthless beans, were they oversold? Go and tell us who persuaded you to steal that gold.
See, it's your fault.
No. No!
Yes, it is.
It's not.
It's true.
Wait a minute, but I only stole the gold to get my cow back from you!
So it's your fault.
Yes, she had our house was cursed. She made us get a cow to get the curse reversed.
It's your father's fault to curse that place. But he's not cursed in the first place. It was his fault.
No.
It's his.
I guess. Wait a minute, though I chopped down the beanstalk, right? That's clear, but without any beanstalk, then what's queer is how did the second giant get down here in the first place? Second place.
Yes. How?
Well, who had the other bean?
The other bean.
You pocketed the other bean.
I didn't. Yes, I did.
So it's your
No, it isn't.
So it's your
No, it isn't, because I just... She obtained that to obtain your shoes. No one should know what happened to bean is you.
That don't mean that your wife was here, but I never knew, so I threw it down. So cute. So it's your fault. But
It's her fault,
But I did.
and it isn't mine at all.
But what?
Oh, you hadn't gone back up again.
We were needy.
You were greedy to need that hen.
But I got it from my mother.
So it's her fault then.
What about the harp in the third
The
place?
heart, yes.
She went and dared me to.
I dared
You
to.
dared me to. She said that I was scared, and she dared me.
No, I didn't.
So it's your fault.
Yes, it is.
You hadn't dared him to.
And you had left the harp alone. You
Wait a
couldn't be
minute,
in
the first
trouble in
place.
the
She
first
had
place.
in the first place.
Right,
She
you're
had
the
reason
in the first place.
You're responsible. You're the one to blame.
It's the last midnight. It's the last wish. It's the
Just give me the boy. No! No. You're so nice. You're not good, you're not bad, you're just nice. I'm not good, I'm not nice, I'm just right. I'm the witch. You're the love. I'm the hitch, I'm what no one believes. I'm the witch. You're all liars and thieves like his father, like his son will be too. Oh, why bother? You'll just do what you do. It's the last midnight, so goodbye, y'all. Coming at you fast, midnight. Soon you'll see the sky fall. Here you wanna be, have another beat. Beats were made for making you rich. Like the manly sword. Here you want some more. Listen to the roar, giants by the sword. Although you can claim another witch, it's the last midnight. It's the last verse. Now before it's past midnight, I'm leaving you my last curse. I'm leaving you alone. You can tend the garden, it's yours, separate and alone. Everybody down on the floors, or another way. Wash the beans again. Punish me the way you did then. Give me claws and a hunch. Just away from this bunch in the gloom and the doom and the
Stolen from the giant.
Maybe I shouldn't have strayed from the path.
Maybe I shouldn't have attended the ball.
Yeah. Maybe you shouldn't have.
Where are you going?
Away from here.
But you said we'd have to find our way out of this together.
It doesn't matter whether we're together or apart now.
We need your help.
You don't understand. I depended on my wife for everything. She was the reason I'm here.
You would leave your child.
She would be happier in the arms of a princess.
All right. Come on. Jack.
I thought you were dead.
Not completely. Are we ever?
In my head, you are.
Is that true?
It's because of you all of this happened.
I strayed into the garden to give your mother a gift. And I foolishly took some of the beads for myself. How was I to know? How are we ever to know? And when she died, I ran from my guilt. And now, aren't you doing the same thing?
No.
Aren't you running away?
No more riddles. No more tests. Comes a day you say what for. Please, no more.
We disappoint, we disappear, we die, but we don't.
What?
They disappoint in turn I fear, forgive though they won't.
More riddles. No more jests. No
why sit around inside? Trouble is son, the farther you run, the more you feel undefined. For what you've left undone, and more what you've left behind. Disappoint, we leave a mess, we die but we don't.
They disappoint in turn, I guess forgive though we won't.
Like father, like son.
No more giants waging war. Can't we just pursue our lives with our children and our wives till that happier day arrives? How do we ignore all the curses, all the witches, all the wolves, all the lies, the false hopes, the goodbyes, the reverses, all the wondering what even worse is still in store. No more giants, no more children, no more.
I knew you wouldn't give up.
He wouldn't leave his baby.
It looked like he was going to.
Give me my son. He always cries when I hold him.
Now what are we to do?
We have to think of a plan before the giant returns.
What?
We must all think.
There's just some way we can surprise her.
She's too caught surprise.
If someone were to help us.
Oh, good friends, I need your help now more than ever. What of the prince? I don't care. What's important now is that we find a way to fell the giants. Can you help? You could do that. Oh, how can I ever thank you?
You can talk to birds?
The birds will help.
How?
When the giant returns, they'll strike her and peck her eyes out till she's blind.
And what good will that do?
Then you could surprise her, strike her, whatever you do to kill a giant.
When she's blind, she'll stagger about.
She'll get angry.
And she'll crush us all.
Smear the ground with pitch. We'll lure her to an area smeared with pitch. Her shoes will stick and she won't be able to move.
And I will strike her from behind.
Lure her where and strike her from where?
Yes, where?
A tower.
What tower?
Over there, between those two old trees. A tower.
All right, we have to do something. It's getting dark.
I'm excited.
Here. Come on.
Oh, now, don't cry, little one. I know, you want your mother.
Hello.
The giant went in that direction.
My darling, I did not recognize you. What are you doing in those old clothes? And with a child? You must go back to the castle at once. There is a giant on the loose.
The giant has been to the castle.
No, are you all right? My love, why are you being so cold?
Maybe it's because I'm not your only love. Am I?
I love you. I do. But yes, it's true.
Why? If you love me, would you have straight?
I thought if I had you, I would never wish for more. And a part of me has been content and as happy as I've ever been. But there remains a part of me that just continually needs more.
I have on occasion wanted more, but that doesn't mean I went in search of it. If this prince, what kind of king would you be?
I was raised to be charming, not sincere. I did not ask to be born a prince. I am not perfect. I am only human.
I think you should go.
Leave? But I do love you.
Consider that I have been lost, a victim of the giant.
Is that what you really want?
My father's house was a nightmare, and yours a dream. No, I want something in between. Please go.
I shall always love the maiden who ran away.
And I, the faraway prince.
Almost finished. You see over there, between those two towers? When the giant comes, we are to send her over there.
Good.
I wanted to climb the towers too.
I'm glad you're here to help me. What's wrong?
My granny's gone.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
My granny and my mother would be upset with me.
Why?
They told me I would make them proud. And here I am, about to kill somebody.
Not somebody, a giant who has been doing harm.
But that's a person. Are we to show forgiveness? My mother would be very unhappy with these circumstances.
Mother cannot guide you. Now you're on your own. Only me beside you. Still you're not alone. No one is alone. Truly, no one is alone. Sometimes people leave you halfway through the wood. Do not let them grieve you. No one leaves for God. You are not alone. No one is alone. I know.
Wait till Mother hears I've slain the giant.
Jack, your mother is dead.
Dead? Was she killed by the giant?
She was angering the giant, trying to protect you, and struck a deadly blow by the prince's steward.
Why would he do that?
I don't know.
Can no one bring her back?
No one.
That steward will pay for this. After we slay the giant, I will slay him!
You will do no such thing!
But he shouldn't have killed my mother! Right?
Guess so.
He must die.
No,
Why not?
because that would be wrong.
What he did was wrong. He should be punished.
He will be.
How?
I don't know! Stop asking me questions I can't answer.
I'm going to kill him.
Then kill him. No, don't kill him.
Mother isn't here now.
Wrong things, right things.
Who knows what you say?
Who can say what
Nothing's quite so clear now.
things fight things?
You lost your way, but you are not alone. Believe me, no one is alone.
Believe me,
Truly, you are just a figure. Say slightest word.
someone's bound to linger.
People make mistakes.
Fathers,
Mothers, people make mistakes.
one another's
Do the same. Thinking they're alone. Honor their mistakes. Everyone makes
one another's
terrible
terrible mistakes.
Just can be right.
Giants can be good.
You
Decide what's right.
You
silence good.
Just remember,
Just remember,
someone is on your side.
our side, someone else's thoughts. While we're singing our side, maybe we forgot. No one is wrong.
Or to sing the wrong.
Just don't let go. Things will be alright now. We can make it so. Someone is on your side. No one is wrong.
Remember, don't let her know our plan.
Where is the boy?
We don't know.
Yes, we do. We can't go on hiding him any longer. He must pay the price for his wrongs.
Quick, tell me where he is.
Over there. You see that tower where the birds are clustered? Jack is in that tower hiding.
Thank you. Now justice will be served, and I shall leave your kingdom.
Good birds.
Thought it's been on can't pass the potato.
Every knot was one straight rope. Better to have. The harder the blow, the greater the good.
No, let's get there.
And how to get back.
That means first.
The knife that is sharp today, dull by tomorrow.
Now we all return home and let us hope there will be no more killing.
Where am I to go? I have no one to take care of me.
You'll have to take care of yourself now, Jack. It's time.
No, it's not. I'll take care of him.
You will?
I'll be your mother now.
I don't want another mother. I want a friend. And a pet.
Of course, but we have nowhere to go. So we'll move it with you.
Oh, no.
It'll be fun.
My house is a shambles and there is hardly room for... Of course you can come with us.
And you shall join us too.
You'll not return home?
I'll gladly help you with your house. There's times that I actually enjoy cleaning. How proud your wife would have been of you.
And how sad it is that my son will never know her. Maybe I just wasn't meant to have children.
Don't say that. Of course you were meant to have children.
But how will I go about being a father with no one to mother my child? Yes, hold the child.
Look, tell him the story of how it all happened. Be father and mother. You'll know what to do.
Hold him to the light now.
a young maiden, a sad young lad,
Careful the things you do.
and a childless baker.
Children will see.
And his wife.
Children may not obey, but children will listen. Children will look to you for which way to turn to learn what to do. Careful before
time in a far-off kingdom.
Careful the things you say.
Lived a young maiden,
Listen.
a sad young lad,
Careful the things you do.
and a childless maker.
Children will see.
And his wife.
Children may not obey, but children will listen. Children will look to you for which way to learn what to do. Careful before you say, listen to me. Children will listen. Careful the wish you make. Wishes are children. Careful the time they take. Wishes come true. Not free. Careful the sacrifice, not just for children.
Sometimes